Yeah, after that first quarter run where Tatum had one really hard drive and one, he's flexing and pounding his chest. A lot of emotion out of him, which doesn't usually play with. He's kind of a pretty stoic, reserved guy. I think part of it is for all the external noise and the pressure that gets put on you when, I was really struck by how many people around this organization, around the building tonight were kind of repeating the same theme of like, it's been so long. When it's been a long time coming. Like that's what happens when you make the conference finals when these two guys were a rookie and a sophomore in Tatum's very first year. And it's really not like so early when you think about it. Like Steph's first title came, if I'm doing mental math off the top of my head, he was drafted in 2009, like 6-7 years after that. LeBron, like Jordan, like this isn't, it kind of feels like it happened when it was meant to happen. But like you could feel all of the noise and all of the naysayers and the doubt kind of, especially, at the half, all of Tatum's 16 points, except for the one step back three at the end of the second quarter, all of them came at the rim, which is like, felt kind of exercising demons like to me. It felt kind of similar to LeBron Miami hitting those pull-ups in Boris Diaw's face, because that's been the knock on Tatum, right? That he either can't get there, and when he does, he can't finish. And I don't know what the numbers will finish out because he missed a couple layups down the stretch in the fourth when the game was well in doubt. But to me, that was what I was feeling and observing as we saw him pounding his chest and hanging on the rim and really kind of celebrating his routine ways to the rim all first half.
Those like the player development story, and we'll get into Tatum and Brown and their just sort of larger journey as we move forward. But like there was that Marcus Smart a couple of years ago saying like everybody knows that those guys are going to have the ball and they want to take the shots and they don't want to pass it. And it was like a harsh critique, but it was an accurate critique. And those guys both had to advance their games and grow their games, and that's one way, like a giant way to do it. And it was not an easy and quick transition for them, but they both made it. And like Tatum finishes with 11 assists tonight, Brown finishes with 6 assists tonight. Their ability to, with the game on their shoulders and the team on their shoulders, handle more of that shot creation workload for other people, look to use the drive to create. All of the discussion, throughout their run up and in the middle of the series, the questions were coming about like Jaylen Brown, what did you take away from that loss to the Heat in Game 7 last year? Jayson Tatum, what did you take away from that loss to the Warriors being up 2-1 a couple of years ago and then falling down, losing 3 straight games in the finals? But Jaylen Brown said something that is just going to stick in my brain. The quote was, "My experiences, the heartbreaks, the losses have all kind of cultivated into what you see now. I don't want to feel that again."
Yeah. MVP goes to Jaylen Brown. He's spoken pretty routinely this postseason about not caring anymore about what people say. I will say, watching him on the podium here or on the stage, when Adam Silver announced the MVP, he seemed genuinely surprised. We've talked about the two-way brilliance. To me, that's why Jaylen Brown got it. It was all over Luka, picking him up at the opposite foul line to the point that Dallas is setting screens for Luka before he's even crossing half court. And he just always, from a feelings standpoint, he just always kind of delivered when like they needed it. That third quarter in Game 3, he felt like the dude that was leading the charge from like a physical, like battle imagery, if you want to use that.